Have you been missing ceviche on your whole food plant-based diet? We're essentially making a fancy pico here. It is delicious. We're gonna use cauliflower instead of the fish and garbanzo beans. Get ready, it's really simple. I'll show you how to do it. Hey everybody, this is Dylan. If you've spent any amount of time following a plant-based diet, then you know it is a bit of an advanced diet. Not because the cooking techniques are hard, they're actually easier than a standard American diet in my opinion once you've learned them. But what's advanced about it is you have to make everything yourself. And that's why Well Your World is here to make your diet really, really simple. And one of the things I often preach is to not try to recreate all of the non-vegan junk food. But every once in a while, when it's just so easy, we do recreate something. This ceviche is awesome. It's really fresh, it's really delicious. The cauliflower does the trick. If you haven't had fish for a few years like me, then you barely notice the difference. It's got the lime, and we're even gonna play with some radishes. You don't get that in a regular ceviche, now do you? And we're even gonna make you some crunchy tortilla chips. Let us begin. Oh, these veggies look good. There is something about this particular mix of veggies that always excites me. It's because it looks like pico. Let's start with those chips because they've got to bake. Normally, I just take these and I throw them right on the oven rack, just like that whole, and when they're crispy, I just break them and eat them. Let's do something a little fancy. I'm going to just take a stack of tortillas and we'll just cut some, chips. I love this oven rack. You can get this, there's a link down below to our Amazon store, wellyourworld.com/gear, and you can get this cool cooling and baking rack. And then I just put this on top of a regular baking sheet and we're just gonna lay out our chips just like this. And this is just water. This is gonna help it stick. A little spray. This is our chili lime seasoning. No salt, oil, sugar in any of our products. And this is like one of our most popular products right now. This video brought to you by Well Your World Chili Lime Seasoning. Chili lime.
It's on a dime.
It's on a dime. And boom, we got seasoned chips. How do those look? Cauliflower is so good in this dish, but it's a little bit too hard raw. We need a nice soft al dente cauliflower, you know what I mean? I would normally use a whole head, but this is like 2 heads of cauliflower. It is monstrous. I got a pot of boiling water here and we're just gonna drop it in. It's only gonna take a couple of minutes. Keep it on high because it's gonna stop boiling as soon as you put room temp cauliflower in there. Now just let it sit, give it a stir, just relax. Let's test it out. Oh, that's good. That's like 3-4 minutes. So now let's just strain out the water and get back to the kitchen. The phrase is chop it like it's hot, not chop it while it's hot. Am I right, Reebs?
Wow.
Boom. Those little tootsies here are a little different than this one. This one's used to it. We've got 1 can of garbanzo beans. Try to find the no salt added. No one likes an overly salty ceviche, am I right? And drain and rinse it, throw it in here. Now you can leave them whole, but I like to just mash them a tiny bit. Nothing too crazy. We're not looking for like a chickpea salad texture. By the way, this recipe is from our cookbook, the Well Your World Favorites Volume 1 cookbook, for sale now in the store, and it ships for free, by the way. But here's the thing, the recipe in this print book accidentally left out the tomatoes and the red bell peppers in the ingredient list, Reebs. But we're gonna do it for you here and we'll give away the recipe in a blog post down below. You can click it, but we'd love for you to buy our book if you haven't already. But anyway, I needed to correct this, so we're making it into a video so you can see how silly we were with the little typo. Tomatoes, Roma tomatoes. I love Roma tomatoes for this because you can core the inside out, just like I do in my pico de gallo pretty much anytime I use Romas. Here's how I like to core the Roma tomato. Take the top off like that, flip it, and take the bottom off. Now you can see all this juicy stuff. I don't want that in here. It's gonna make it too wet. We don't want it swimming in tomato juice, so I wanna remove that core. So now you can just cut into the side like this, and boom, we're gonna cut around the core just like this, and it comes out all in one big piece of core. We're left with just the nice meaty part of the tomato. My favorite, just strip it like that, turn it, and we're just gonna cut right through it. Now you don't have this totally juicy tomato all over the place. Then you can take the top and the bottom and dice those up too, no need to waste.
You can ring my bell.
Bell pepper, the second ingredient that Reebs left off this recipe. I like to, You don't have to worry about every little piece being consistently the same size. None of that matters. Just chop it and get it in the bowl. Boom, we threw in 2 bell peppers, a couple jalapenos, 2, 3, 4, whatever you prefer. Just like any good Latin salsa or a pico, you gotta get some red onion in there. We don't use a lot of radishes in the house, but we are today. Take a bunch of radishes.
You know what, Dill?
Yes?
You always look radishy.
Thank you. I was gonna say the same to you. This cauliflower has cooled and it's cooked it even a little bit more. It's just perfect. If you want a little bit of a salty flavor, you could throw in some olives. Just remember, olives are salty, so it's up to you whether you want to add them to this or not, but they give it a nice little pop. And now I have one whole bunch of cilantro that I've rinsed and spun, and we're just gonna chop it up. Boom, throw it in. I should have used the big bowl, I think. I might have to dump this into the big bowl.
You might need the big bowl and the monster spoon.
We need a whole bunch of limes for this. I've got 5 here. Lime is like the dressing of this thing, so you want a whole lot of it. Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful this looks. Look at all the color. This looks so, so good. So you could throw 1 or 2 avocados in here. I might wait till after you've tossed the whole thing. That way you don't completely smash your avocado.
When you're making ceviche, aka fancy pico, you have to put it in a fancy vessel to serve. Now we can put a little of that avocado right on top. Wow. Now, I don't know how you practically eat it out of the martini glass, but didn't it look good when you gave it to somebody?
Yes.
I mean, it's almost like...
You're just gonna have to eat this with a utensil.
It's so good and limey.
Here we go. Mmm. Oh, it's perfect. I love this. You're gonna have to use your hands if you're gonna chip it. Mmm. Oh, this is fantastic. Check out our book if you haven't already. It's got tons of really simple, fast, easy, delicious recipes without the added salt, oil, and sugar. So try it out and click right here for more videos like this one. Thanks for the support. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.